Jim, following this, you're going to get involved in the Mid-South TV title tournament. You'll take on and win against Lord Humongous in the first round. Eventually, you'll go on to lose to Slater in the tournament due to a questionable DQ. But for right now, I just want to know, what did you think about Humongous and Humperdinck back in these days?
I got along good with Humperdinck. I don't really remember Humongous too much. I think he went on to become a police officer down in the panhandle of Florida.
Yes, sir. So, Jeff Van Camp. He retired early.
Yeah, I know he was a big, impressive guy. And that's, they're, it's like kids nowadays. They're a dime a dozen, big, impressive, muscle-head kids. It takes something special to break through. And he was a good, regional talent, but I don't know how he would have done in the big leagues. But Humperdinck, one of the best, yeah.
Yeah, Jake has got some pretty good stories about hanging out with and partying with Humperdinck. He sounds like he was a blast to be around.
Yeah. I didn't hang with him too much. I just knew him on the fringes, but the little bit I did hang with him, we had a good time.
Well, let's get to one of the big highlights of this rivalry. It's a match that's viewed as one of the best, as I said, one of the best dog collar matches of all time. We have the final minutes of it as our next clip, so let's jump in.
Well, he's still Duggan's. Sawyer is caught. He's wrapped up in the ropes. He's hanging on to the rope to try to avoid being pulled in, over, under, or through the ropes. The referee trying to get him into the ring, and it's the Volga Boatman song here, I'll tell you. Man is in trouble. That is a man who has a chain around that is dragging him against that steel cable in the ropes. Duggan on the outside. There is the move on the inside. And Duggan doesn't take a backward step. He's got his opponent out on the floor, and as he goes through the ropes, he just follows him along and decides that he's not going to let him go any further. Sawyer's having trouble. Sawyer's being whooped. He's being battered. Let's put it that way. And there is a cruel fall for
can't block that, Duggan.
Hacksaw's
look at that post. If you go back, that's the post I ran my head in.
Looking for
hang on.
Telltale.
Let's reverse it a little bit.
Cruel fall for Hacksaw.
Right there.
Oh,
see the bolt?
You hit that bolt.
Watching that buzz.
Yeah, that's a famous deal in wrestling there. It almost killed me.
Will he be able to rise up to his feet?
Not in this match, though. This is at the Sam Houston Coliseum. I recognize that ring.
And this time all he's getting
is that Paul Bosch on commentary?
Yeah, Paul Bosch on commentary.
As Duggan moves in, straightens him up, and decides he's going to do something with him. He's whirling him around and over the ropes. He was whirling him around there, but I want to tell you, if he had been able to throw him out to the top rope, man down is Hacksaw Duggan. Man on top is Buzz Sawyer, and Hacksaw Duggan just...
That's all right.
That was the one in December of 1985, and I think that you guys are going to have a number of dog collar matches around.
Right? Yeah, we had a bunch of them. Yeah, because they were good matches because we didn't like each other, and because we didn't like each other, we would try to outdo each other in the ring.
Okay.
So there was that competitiveness in the ring. Is we're going to beat each other up, but I can sell better than you. I can go on the offensive better than you. I can take a better bump than you. I can get more juice than you, and so it made the match better.
Now, like when it came to working with chains and a collar, I mean, there's really kind of no way to gimmick it, right? I mean, you're just
extremely dangerous. Yeah. Of course, it's not the crazy stuff they're doing, the laying ladders and chairs and tables and all that crazy stuff, But dog collar, coal miner's glove, that was about the extent of my high risk stuff. But that is very high risk. There was one move where Buzz took the dog collar off and hooked it to the ropes, and I didn't see it, and threw me in, and boom, I took that bump, and he worked me over. I mean, it was a dangerous match, but back then, I mean, that's like I said, that was before sports entertainment. You think it's fake? Come up here in the ring with us, and we'll show you if it's fake or not, tough guy. So everything was pretty live, and the people, a lot of times they'd be coming in the ring to help me, man. Buzz be fighting me, and then he'd be fighting one of the fans.
Wow. Now, I mean, you were covered in blood there. I think that Buzz was covered too. I mean, are you guys? Is it hard way?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
So you guys aren't taking one to like the eyebrow or anything. You're blading.
No, I never did that. I've never anybody I've ever seen go ahead and open me up. It never works. It's like,
Then their face swells up.
Yeah.
That seems a little bit easier, a little more.
Yeah. And then a big show like that, it's called going coast to coast, right? You go coast to coast, baby. You get the juice. And no matter how hot the crowd is, you pop that sauce. It brings them up a little bit hotter. It sure does. And think about it, though. What kind of athlete would cut himself open for the pleasure of his fans? I mean, the guys are sacrificing themselves to get a reaction out of the fans. I mean, ask a ballet dancer to get some juice.
I mean, absolute insane. That's why wrestling's kind of not like anything else. I think it was Eric Bischoff was saying, like, it's sort of a sitcom, it's sort of not. It's sort of sports, it's sort of not. It's sort of live entertainment, kind of not. And it's like it's a little
wrestling.
Bit of everything. Yeah. It's
wrestling.
It's
and that's why I enjoy the boys. I mean, no matter where I'm at, no matter what part of the country, no matter what part of the world, no matter what generation of wrestlers, the boys are the boys.
They are.
And then that counts the girls too. I mean, even I think, I don't know, back in the day, Sherry was one of the boys. Hogan calls Deborah one of the boys. That was kind of an inclusive thing. So I don't mean it in a derogatory.
No, of course.
Sure.
Well, now, speaking of Deborah, how did she feel about you participating in these really violent matches?
She knew it was just part of the business. That's kind of the guy I was back then. I mean, I'm a whole different guy than I was back when Deborah first met me. I used to carry a gun everywhere I went. I was drinking Jack Daniels whiskey, before Deborah. I was running with a different stripper every other night. I was running with Terry Gordy, there's a couple of stories, holy smokes. I think the statues is up, but I was a different man. I'm surprised Deborah stuck with me over the years, man, because she's been with me through some crazy times, and also even through the chic times when I went crazy. But over the years, she kind of molded me, and I'm like, geez. Hi, Jim.
So it wasn't like an overnight.
Hey, wait a minute, brother. Let me think what I got here.
So it wasn't like an overnight.
Another home invader. Hold on.
That guy found out the hard way.
Well, I do have a lot of guns around the house. I like to shoot.
So it wasn't like an overnight thing that settled you down. It was really more of like a progressive over the years.
Transformation over the years. And she did a good job, though, because I tell you, she saved my life many times over. Just with getting me to the doctor, giving me my medicine and all that stuff. Just the guy I was back in the day. It was kind of a rough life.